What should I work on today? Cleaning the beakers. Not the most glamorous job, but one that certainly needs doing. There. Much better.
Liza.
Dr. Volkov?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it's a good time to hear the rest of your story.
I suppose it's as good a time as any.
So, what happened after you turned?
I didn't know back then what I'd become. There was no one to explain it to me, so I had to find it out on my own. Thank goodness my infant daughter, Sophia, was with her grandparents that night and avoided our fate, so I tried to go back to life as usual, albeit without my wife. I was naive enough in the early years to believe that I could live a normal life with my daughter. I hired a wet nurse, locked myself in my room for research during the day, and continued to see patients at night. And for the first decade or so, everything seemed to go according to plan. I learned what I was by trial and error, and allowed myself to feed on the humans that entrusted me with their care. Bleeding a patient is a lot easier when you have fangs.
And after that, what happened?
Time happened, dear. She aged, and I didn't. By the time Sophia was 16, it was starting to become quite obvious that I hadn't aged a day. I laughed it off when people mentioned it, but deep down, I knew I wouldn't be able to do it forever. And then they came.
You mean the Countess?
If it wasn't for her, it would have been someone else, but yes. Higher society. They finally found out about my condition and came to collect my debts. Knowing what I do now, honestly, I'm surprised it took them so long to find me. They spared my life in exchange for my continued research for vampire kind. As for Sophia, I had to abandon her for her own protection. You know the family rules by now. They wouldn't keep her alive if she knew their secrets. And so, I disappeared. Made it look like I was lost to the wilderness.
That must have been dreadful.
To sever the bond of father and daughter, to cause the person you love more than life itself such pain. It nearly killed me.
So, you never saw her again?
If you don't mind, I should get back to my work. We can talk again some other time.
I understand. Thank you for sharing all this with me. Till next time.
Good night, Liza.
I was so hoping you'd stop by.
May I see what you have in stock?
Certainly. Hope you enjoy it.
Good evening, Roman.
How may I help you today, Liza?
I can't even imagine how many books you must have read.
It's just a nice perk of owning a place like this.
Would you please recommend me one of your favorites?
Literally nothing could bring me more pleasure right now, mademoiselle. But first, you must tell me, what kind of literature would you like to indulge in? Are you in a romance mood? Historical fiction? Maybe something more chilling?
I'm in rather dreary spirits lately. Maybe reading about love would make me feel better about the world.
Say no more. I know just the perfect book. It's rather old, but good foreign literature is such a rare find in this country. It's my dream to make it more accessible and help educate our people a little.
I must say, aren't we lucky that someone like you works in this town?
Sadly, it's not a very common sentiment, but clients like you make it all worth it. Liza, please accept it free of charge as a token of my deep appreciation.
That's so generous of you, Roman.
However, it comes with one condition.
Oh?
You must come here again when you finish and share your opinion. I'm dying to know your thoughts on it.
Why, of course. I will get on it immediately.
Splendid. I'll be waiting for it with great impatience.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you privately.
As always, I'm at your disposal.
And the light will await you and me, await you and me. Here's what I'd like you to do, Roman. You will embrace your adventurous spirit in tales that inspire.
Liza, I was just thinking about you.
Evening, Faina. You said I should stop by earlier?
Yes, of course. Just give me one moment. There. This is now yours.
Oh, it's so intricate and beautiful. This is a hamsa, isn't it?
That's exactly right, little dove. They don't make them as smart as you often, do they? This is a hamsa amulet. It was passed to me long ago by a dear friend when I had to leave our home. None of us wished for things to happen that way, but he couldn't go, and I couldn't stay. He knew how hard it would be for me to part with my old life, and how many challenges were still ahead, so he gave me this to protect me. And everywhere I went since, I took it with me, and every new place felt like home. Now I want you to have it.
Faina, thank you so much, but I couldn't possibly accept something so valuable.
This hamsa was given to me to help me remember that my home is always with me. My journey here was long and windy, but in my heart, I know I'm where I always wanted to be. Your path is just beginning, little dove, so you'll make much more use of it now. And when someone needs it more than you do, sooner or later, I hope you pass it on to them.
I don't know how to thank you, Faina. I'll do my best to use it well.
No need, sweetheart. I know you will, and I hope it serves you well. I've lived long enough to know that there are some things you can't change, no matter how hard you try. But I also learned that there are always some things that you can.
Both of those things aren't that easy to deal with, are they?
It's simple, really. Just remember to be kind and useful, and all the rest will come. I think I'm getting a bit tired, little dove. I'll go lie down if you don't mind.
Please do. Have a good night.
Help yourself to a cup of tea if you'd like. I made too much again. Silly me.
Oh, I can't believe how good it is, even as a vampire. Without a doubt, one of the best things I've ever tasted. Too bad I can't see my reflection in mirrors anymore. I wonder if I will one day forget my face.